everyone, welcome back to Twister Sister Studios 4th of July special. This week I am going to be showing you a fun 4th of July design that we haven't done yet. And this is very patriotic, red, white, and blue. If you're living in a different country, you can of course change these colors to your own country. Or this would even be great for sports teams, events, anything where there's like certain colors that go with the theme. This is a great, easy design that your clients and customers are going to love. Now, the magic in this design is going to be using these little tiny ball-shaped lights. They're called neolunes. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I get mine. I'll put a link down below where you can get straight to the exact ones that I'm using. And of course, I got the colors red, white, and blue. So I've got 3 of these neolunes, and we're going to put them into an 11-inch star print clear. So this is a clear balloon with white stars printed all around. You can of course choose any sort of round balloon with a print or not that you think this would look good on. I really love the white stars around design, but there are other fun patriotic balloons on the market, so anything that you can get your hands on right now, use, and this is going to be so fun. You could also use like a 5-inch, but it is much easier to get stuff inside of an 11-inch round, so that's why I'm using the larger balloon today. Also, that's just what I could get. So to turn these lights on, we're just going to pull the little paper tab out the back, and it's going to be hard to see on camera, but that is the white. And then we've also got the blue and the red. And I will show you guys what this looks like in the dark because I've got like 5 different very bright lights pointed at my face right now, and it's hard to see little lights like this, but it looks so cool. So stick around to the end so you can see what this really looks like when it's going to shine and glow in the dark. So these just pop right down into the neck of an 11-inch round, pretty easy. You don't have to stretch the balloon out or get out your farm hand tools to get it in there. They fit right in, and then I'm going to inflate this, not all the way because I don't want it to be that big, especially if you're going to put this on someone's head. So I'm going to really get the nozzle of my pump way far down in the balloon and pull that balloon down so that the neck of the balloon is all kind of bunched up. And then we're going to just inflate the round part of the balloon here, maybe about the size, smaller than a basketball for sure, but maybe about as big as your head. Whatever size you want, really. You could blow these up however big you want. And look at those lights going around already. So fun. So I'm going to pull this nozzle nice and tight so that we keep it nice and round shape for our balloon. And then if you're using a clear and you're underinflating it like I am, you can also kind of pull the latex down towards the bottom, and that way it'll kind of stretch it out up here so it's more of a nice clear finish instead of being a little bit cloudy. You could also spray just the clear balloon with a little bit of high shine if you're working outdoors for a 4th of July event outside. Because these clear balloons will get cloudy in the open air and the sunshine. But if you spray some high shine on it, then that will keep it nice and clear so these lights can really show off. Okay, so next I'm going to do some 260s here. I've got red, white, and blue, of course, and then an extra white. You could do a different color if you want. I just think white looks really nice. I'm going to grab my little 2 dual action hand pump. Do about 4 pumps of air in each of the red, white, and blue. So there's my white. Here is my red. I think I got a little bit of a pearly red. It just looks different to me, but I don't remember because I took it out of the package. All right, so there I have my red, white, and blue all inflated about the same amount. So about 4 pumps on a dual action hand pump. And then the remaining, the extra white 260 I have, I'm going to put this on a wand first to show you, but then it's going to be on a flower base, so you can of course make it into a headband or a bracelet or any type of wearable that you think your people would like. So for the wand part, I'm gonna do about 6 to 7 pumps, a little bit longer, and we're gonna tie that off and set it to the side. So the way I like to do these 6-petal flowers that have 3 different colors is by tying 2 of my balloons together. So usually I would do this as I blow them up to save myself from tying 2 of those knots. And then I'm going to take each color here and we're going to make 2 loops. We're going to try to make all the loops the same size as close as possible. So there's 2 in our red, and we're going to switch over to our white. And you can see I kind of, when I twist lots of balloons that are all really tight, close together, I kind of use my pointer finger and just kind of wedge it in there between the other balloons I've already twisted to give myself a little bit of space, and then it's easier to grab this and twist it because it's out away from all the other balloons. I've got a little space there with my finger, and it's much easier to twist. And then with my blue balloon, I'm just going to do the same thing, 2 loops, grab that knot, fold it on through your loop, and then the other. All right, so we've got 2 loops on each of our 3 balloons here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these balloons and try to get 3 of the loops in one hand and the other 3 loops kind of in this hand. My hands are kind of coming in at different sides, so my fingers are over here, and on the back, my fingers are back here. So my thumbs are kind of crisscrossing. And then I'm just gonna twist my hands in opposite directions. I'm gonna do 1 full twist so we end up with our petals all are alternating colors. So red, white, blue, red, white, blue. Okay, you can do that all with just the way that you twist. That way you don't have to kind of rearrange all your petals into that alternating color pattern once you get it twisted. But if that is hard and you would rather rearrange petals, that is fine too. All right, so I'm going to get all the tails that I have left facing up on the same side of my 6-petal flower base. And I'm going to straighten all the loops so that they are all nicely arranged and straight, so you don't have one like sticking out or up too far. They're all in a row. Okay, we've got our 3 tails kind of sticking up here. So now I'm going to do some poodle tails on these just because to me it says fireworks. I don't know, it might say clown to you or jester, but that's okay because 4th of July, you just want to be fun and eye-catching, and the sillier and crazier sometimes the better. So I'm going to do poodle tails on these 3 remaining tails, and so the way that I do that is I just pinch off a bubble, how big I want my poodle tail to be. I'm going to put that bubble in my palm, and I'm going to hold on to as much of this middle part of the tail as I can, leaving a little tip here at the end, because the air is going to go, when you push on this bubble, the air is going to go the path of least resistance. So we're not going to let it expand here. We want it to expand up in this section. So we're going to hold this tight enough to not let it expand, but not too tight that the air can't shoot through there. So it can just pop up there at the end. If it doesn't go all the way to the end, that's fine. You can just do a little bit of squeezing to get it that last bit of the way. And one more time, after you practice these, they'll come really fast for you, and you can do them in line work, no problem. Looking like a fun 4th of July hat sort of already, but we're going to step it up now with our lighted up star print 11-inch round. So I'm going to actually put this sort of against my stomach or my chest so that I can squeeze that 6-petal flower right up into the ball and pull the nozzle of that 11-inch nice and tight to wrap it all the way around to secure it right on top. And then I'm going to straighten out my petals one more time because wrapping stuff around them usually causes things to get a little out of order. And then just line up your poodle tails so that they're kind of alternating in the gaps as well. You kind of have them evened out on the sides of your fun light up 4th of July balloon. Okay, now this alone would be a great hat. So if you have 1-inch headbands, put this on a headband. When people walk around, those lights are going to spin around and it's just going to be so eye-catching and fun. Plus you can kind of see it. Usually when you're wearing a balloon hat, you can't really see any of it yourself, but this one you can. It constantly reminds you that it's there, which is really fun. But I'm going to put this on a wand because sometimes you don't want a wearable or the extra expense of supplying headbands. So I'm going to take our balloon that we blew up about 7 pumps, and I'm going to fold it in half, leaving the end of the balloon a little bit shorter than the beginning of the balloon. We're going to twist that halfway point, and this is going to slide into the bottom of our 6-petal flower. You could use a nozzle here to attach it in, but you're not going to have as tight of a secure hold. So I'm going to come from above the flower part and down through the petals. So just pull that straight down and straight down. And then of course you will have to rearrange the stuff one more time. Now you are ready to spiral your tails. So I'm going to turn this upside down and we're just going to do a nice tight spiral all the way to the end where we can twist off 2 little balls. And then I'm going to turn these into a pinch twist to clean up the ends here. So we'll take the nozzle one and just wrap that around. And then we're going to make a pinch twist out of this other side. And you can get rid of the rest if you have any tail left over. Wrap it around, secure it, cut it off, all the things. And now you have this great 4th of July party wand. Let me show you what this looks like in the dark. Come on. Okay, check it out. Look at this. This is so fun for festivals and parties for the 4th of July. It's just color flashing everywhere. And I think they even make neoloons that actually blink, so that would be fun and eye-catching as well. But this is just such a fun little design for festivals and events, especially because a lot of 4th of July stuff, you're sort of there in the evening as things are starting to get dark. Because that's when festivals are for the fireworks, right? And so anything that glows or lights up is going to be a huge hit because you can still see it once the sun goes down. And this is just so fun and interactive, and I just love it so much. What do you guys think of our light up 4th of July design? I think it's really fun, and this would definitely be a hit with people at any sort of festival or party that you're having for the holiday. I know. I know because I love it, and as a mom with kids, I know my kids are going to go crazy over this once they come inside and see it. So this is going to be a great option to add to your menus. If you need clip art for it, we will have that drawn up. You can get it in our store, or if you're a member of the Twisterhood or just our clip art vault access only, you'll be able to get the new clip art in there. Just log in and it'll be waiting for you whenever you need it. I would love to see your take on this design this week in our Facebook group. Please make this and share photos of your work in that group. It's free to join. And if you are modifying this for a team or a different country, we'd love to see your photos in there as well. I've got mine on the wand, but if you make it into a headband or a bracelet or even little table centerpieces, we'd love to see what you do with this design. So please post your photos in there. I'll be hanging in there all week to see what you guys are doing with this until next week when I'll be back for another balloon twisting tutorial. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.